Matthews broadcast here at the GEMS Studios, streaming worldwide at gemsradio.net. That is www.gemsradio.net. Welcome to the Matthews broadcast on this Monday, the 12th of June of 2017. We have officially started summer weather, although it's not the 24th of June. And we have a great show in store for you. The topic of tonight's show is going to be adventure in a Christian context. Adventure in a Christian context. And we are going to hear from two adventurers who walked where Paul walked. I don't know what that means, but we're going to find out. So welcome to the Empowerment, Upliftment, Enrichment broadcast on this Monday. The three purposes of this broadcast is to uplift you, to empower you, and certainly to enrich you with a certain perspective. I'm joined by my co-host, the island goddess herself, Miss Maxine. What is C Fine Poet?
It's C Maxine Rodney.
Oh, okay, C Maxine Rodney, but her Facebook handle is C Fine Poet.
C Fine Poet Rodney. Fine Poet being the resident artist.
Ooh, I tell you, here in the Matthews broadcast this evening. So we're going to get going right now with the most important thing that we do when we start every broadcast, which is to say thank you. Gratitude is our first order of business, and we are grateful for the super sponsors we have that make this broadcast possible. So I want you to support the following sponsors in every way and help them to become more and more stable as businesses, more and more profitable as businesses, so that they can continue to provide jobs, so they can continue to provide community investment. First and foremost, for mobile marketing and advertising guaranteed to take your sales higher, call Trey and Daniel at Billboards for Hire. Billboards for Hire is a company with those digital trucks that you see at all the big events. You also see them at political events. They were just in Plainfield last week. They just finished doing the Jacob Javits Center and many, many other locations with those digital trucks. So if you want to take your marketing and advertising higher, call Trey and Daniel at Billboards for Hire. Their number is 917-756-0043. Divorce must be done right, no other way. Call our master counselor and friend Cassandra Savoy of the Cassandra Savoy Law Firm. You can reach them online at CassandraSavoy, SAVOY.com. Or you can call them at 973-748-0097. Nothing, but nothing says I love you like flowers. You have tried the rest, now try the best. A rose's petals. Nathaniel and Carolyn Joe have been at 472 Broadway in Patterson for more than 20 years. They are preferred florist with flowers.com. That means that they can deliver anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world for you. They're just one phone call away, 973-742-5333. Mr. G's, where good friends meet and eat at 455 East 18th Street in Patterson. Russell Grady has been an entrepreneur in the state of New Jersey for more than 54 years. And you can reach Mr. G for a takeout order. To order ahead when you're going there. To greet, meet, and eat at 973-782-4020. For advice and planning that's always great, call Smith Gilmore Real Estate. Smith Gilmore Real Estate is run by our friends, the Smith Gilmores. That's Violet and her husband, and they're at 1258 Teaneck Road. They do real estate management. They have a brokerage, so they can certainly do your sales and your purchases as well. So for planning advice in the area of real estate, that's always great. Call Smith Gilmore Real Estate at 201-723-4203. The funding magnet, funding your plans so you can live your dreams. You want to raise $5,000 to $25,000 in working capital with no debt. Call Anthony Hibbert and the Funding Magnet team. They're funding your plans so you can live your dreams. You can reach them at 973 357 3698. The mortgage you need for the home that you want is at Citizens Mortgage, where they've been in business and serving the community with excellence for more than 30 years. Call Marichal Alvarez at 201 398 0800. 201 398 0800. Dorson Home Care, a breath of fresh air for caregivers everywhere. Call Dorson at 973 672 7691 for the best home care everywhere. Conveniently located at 395 Pleasant Valley Way in West Orange and on Chestnut Street in Roselle. You want the max? Get optimum tax and financial services. Our friends Ivan and Tony Maxey are 5-star rated online and Better Business Bureau certified. Call them at 908 352 1040. They are located at 500 Rahway Avenue in Elizabeth. The Greek Tavern, to experience fine Greek cuisine, taste, and service that's always good right here in your neighborhood. Superstar restaurateur Wei Chen and her team are at 292 Bloomfield Avenue, Montclair. Call them tonight at 973-746-2280. 973-746-2280. We will be there right after the show for the post-broadcast reception, and we look forward to seeing everyone there this evening. Dream Builders, building generational wealth, one great client at a time. Building generational wealth, one great client at a time. Call our friend, the Wealth Doctor, Paul Dussard, at 973-220-5026. 973-220-5026. Beautiful skin is not expensive. Beautiful skin is priceless. Call Glow and the team at 973-357-3698 or visit them at www.glow.junesse, JEUNESSE, global.com. Redefining youth with revolutionary products and life-changing opportunities. So that is it for our super sponsors, Maxine. And I want to give you an opportunity to open up this evening with some upliftment, with some inspiration, and with some enriching thoughts of your own. So why don't you chime in and share with the audience what's on your mind and what you'd like to share with them this evening.
Not a problem. Good evening, everyone. Nice to be here once again. First of all, I just want to say I'm grateful that today is a great day. It's warm, no complaints. And yes, very warm, but you know what? When we get to the winter, we're like, oh, it's so cold. No, I'm thankful.
That's
thankful that it's warm and we could just enjoy the sun and be about our day.
That's right.
So I would like to go to a quote. And there's two that's uplifting, and one is it will particularly shed light on what's going on now, but it's something that we could be mindful of and that we would hope that it would resonate with everyone. And it's a quote by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And it's called "The standard progressive approach of the moment is to mix color conscious moral invective with color blind public policy." I'll leave you with that one for today. And then one by our resident artist, Fine Poet of Our Goddess Entertainment, which I am Fine Poet and Fine Poet is me. And it's Mindful Motivation Monday. Things may not work out as planned initially. Tap into your spirit of self-determination and never give up. Trust the process and have faith that you have the victory. In the meantime, surround yourself with people that keep you motivated. And finally,
you surround yourself with any other people, you're in deep trouble.
Right. Exactly. And one thing is really simple. I learned this in my Living Rich Dream Builders Living Rich with Tiffany the Budgetnista.
Tiffany Elish.
Yes, Tiffany Elish. That's my girl. Listen, she is really wonderful fellowshipping with those ladies and gentlemen in her movement of helping people to financial awareness. But it's also more about checking in with your inner self. And there was a wonderful lady, I don't remember her name at the moment, but I will bring it back. But she said a wonderful quote last Sunday in one of our sessions, and I can't get it out my head. If you could look up, you can get up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
that's
agree
all I
with
have
you.
for you today.
I agree with you. Well, thank you for that. Remember, folks, you are kingdom builders, but nothing changes until you use your gifts to change this kingdom. We are all given the assignment, those of us who call ourselves Christian, to follow what Jesus said, which is, Thy kingdom come and Thy will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. So we are kingdom builders, but no kingdom building goes on until we put our unique gifts to make it happen. The second thing is, uh, from an upliftment perspective, we must always remember to focus and invest in how we make each other feel. We were just talking about this, Cornelius, in the ride over here. We were talking about our former president, Bill Clinton. And with all of Bill Clinton's imperfections, anyone who has ever met him will tell you he makes you feel like you're the most important person in the room. He has an uncanny ability to make people feel good. And as a consequence, people let a lot of stuff go that Bill does and has done because he makes people feel good. And remember, our poet laureate Maya Angelou reminds us that people may forget what you said, people may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So always want to be uplifting each other and making people feel like they're the most important people in the room. Finally, from a perspective of enrichment, remember, money can't solve all of your problems, but money can solve your money problem. The only money problem black and brown communities have, which is factual, is that their wealth is unorganized. Their wealth was organized, they would be using that $4.1 trillion dollars, to be exact, in purchasing power that we have in this country alone, to build our communities in ways that are beneficial to us, to change what our communities look like, to change what our schools look like, to fully provide those schools with all of the tools that teachers, like one of our guests, need. And so we are far from poor. We are extremely wealthy. We were born wealthy, but we've got to organize our wealth in better ways. So, the challenge of the 21st century, in my opinion, is the challenge to organize black and brown wealth. It is the imperative to make our wealth usable for us so we can have the kinds of communities that God would want us to have. So, with that said, Maxine, I am going to turn it over to you. We have two very special guests who I know very, very well. And they have just done two things that are very, very noteworthy. One is they both are recent graduates. One is a graduate and a Dean's List student from Montclair State. Her name is Anya Thompson. And the second is her mom, Lisa Thompson, who just graduated from Pillar College with a 4.0 average. So that means she's super magna cum laude.
Yes.
And I'm happy to say that both of these ladies are a credit to girl power everywhere. And they are definitely the left and the right side of my heart. And I thank both of them very much for working very hard, achieving much, and being just super, super students. Nobody can grind like these two. I see them at the kitchen table at all hours of the night, putting in work. Nobody gave them anything. And so I want to say to both of them, congratulations, and please share your experiences abroad with us with gusto and joy. Maxine?
Well, welcome, ladies. Nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
Great. So, tell me a little about you and the name of your business or organization.
Well, I guess we should talk about our
Yeah,
colleges.
they're here to talk about their trip.
Our trip,
Come
yeah.
on.
We traveled abroad with Pillar College, which is my college. I graduated from Pillar. She graduated from Montclair State, and we went on a fabulous trip with my college. So that's what we're here to talk about.
And
So,
where did you go?
you want to start?
Okay. Well, the first stop was a city in Greece called Leptokaria. So that's where we stayed for the first few days. While we were there in Leptokaria, we visited the Aegean Sea because it was literally right in front of our hotel. So that was like one of the first highlights because I really enjoyed that. The water was just really blue and clear over there. So we had some fun there. We stuck our feet in the water, things like that. Then eventually we went to this town called Thessaloniki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went to Thessaloniki. I brought the whole agenda here because there's so many
was
towns.
A lot. I can't remember all of it. So many towns.
So I'm going to tell you the towns we went to. We went to, well, at Thessaloniki, we visited some museums. We went to an ancient agora, which is basically the center of town, where the marketplace where everybody comes to talk, get the gossip. It's like the news, the internet of the time.
Yeah.
And that was where Paul spent a lot of time. Remember, he wrote to the Thessalonians. So basically, the trip was to follow the footsteps of Apostle Paul. So we started where Apostle started in Greece, and we ended where Apostle ended in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While we were in Thessaloniki, we visited the St. Demetrius Greek Orthodox Church, and a father there gave, which I cannot pronounce his name. Their Greek names is, but a wonderful father there gave us a fantastic blessing. And he was meeting with another man, clergy, another man of the cloth.
Mm-hmm.
And we all decided, most of the people that came on the trip are in ministry. They are evangelists like myself. They are ministers. They're pastors. So it was a gathering of the theologians, as well as lay people and students that wanted to learn. And what I loved about that particular meeting at that wonderful, gorgeous, absolutely beautiful church. I was telling Anya, you know what? Not all Christians are poor. Because that place was laced in gold, chandeliers. It was amazing. But anyway, at the table where they were so gracious, gracious to us, they talked about, we as humans, as people that love God, we have more things in common than we have not in common.
Mm-hmm.
So we should respect each other's religion because everybody's trying to love God.
Mm-hmm.
So we should respect each other's religions and focus on our similarities, not our differences. Let us not bind each other. Let us not have things that hurt. I shouldn't say my religion is better than yours. I shouldn't say your religion doesn't count. And everybody has a holy book. So that's what was discussed there. That's what I really loved. To hear that coming from Greek Orthodox and Roman Catholic and folk like myself, it was a beautiful thing. So that's what we did there. And he gave us a blessing. He prayed for us. He sang for us, took us all over his church. It was amazing. Then we went to Katerini. And there we had ministry with the Afghan and Syrian refugees. We went to a nursery where they were looking for teachers to teach English. And they said, all I have to do is change my plane ticket. They said it can be done today, but it's a 1-year commitment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1-year commitment. I wanted to do it, but I'm attached to someone that I love and my baby here. So I wouldn't do a whole year, maybe 2 weeks. So that's it. So I didn't do it, but it was available. And we got a chance to interact with the refugee children as well as their parents and visit their homes. And, Greece is doing some wonderful things with Syrian refugees. So you want to talk now?
Yeah, actually, their program with the Syrian refugees, I thought it was very interesting because what they do is they'll take a few Syrian families and what they'll do is they will place them in different apartments in the area. And I think they have, it's a 6-year program, and what they do is they provide clothing and food, and pretty much all of the expenses are taken care of for those 6 years. And throughout that time, it's 6 years. And as the years go by, they expect the family to start to contribute a certain part. But throughout that part, they're helping to take care of the kids by making sure that there's daycare available for the kids, and they're also teaching both of the parents. They're helping them get skills so that they can eventually find a job, because they're trying to make them independent as well as adjust to life over here. So I thought that was really nice. So that's actually something that I want to get involved with if possible. So then there was also the city that we visited called Vergina. And that was one of my favorite places, because there we visited this museum that was actually, the museum was built around the tombs of Alexander the Great's father. I think it was Philip.
And yeah, I think that was his name. Yeah. His father and his stepmother.
Yeah, so Alexander the Great's father, Philip I, the museum was literally built around those tombs. So it was really nice to see where they were buried, and just the tombs themselves. I forgot exactly what they were called, but they looked like small houses, and they were just beautiful, because some of them were preserved so well that you could literally see all of the paint. Because on the roof of each tomb, there's an illustration, and it's usually of a battle or something that happened in their lives, and it was just really beautiful because some of them were so well preserved. On Philip I's tomb was actually one of the illustrations of him and his son fighting together, because they had that painted there as to hopefully serve as it was something that Alexander would have hoped to have done with his father, and hopefully can do with him in the afterlife. So it was really nice. And just all of the artifacts there were just beautiful. There were so many gold crowns. The crowns were just beautiful. Some of them had not melted too bad, so they were so well preserved, and it was just beautiful. There were so many artifacts, including some of their battle gear, and it was really nice. That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, with some of the museums, instead of taking the artifacts to a museum, they took the museum to the site.
Right.
And they built a museum around the site. And, the Greeks believed that you will continue in the afterlife. So they try to take everything you would need, all of your jewelry, some of your clothes, all of your pottery, your gear. Like she said, if you want to go to battle, they took all of that there, and it was all preserved. It is unfortunate that as other nations came and tried to take over and dominate them, they went in and they desecrated some of the graves. But some of the stuff, like she said, was very, very well preserved. So we enjoyed that. We also went to Philippi. Paul wrote letters to the Philippians. So we visited there, and the tour guide was absolutely amazing. What was her name again?
Sophia.
Shout out to Sophia. She was extremely knowledgeable. She was a Christian. So at many, many, many of the sites, she read exactly where in history this site is. In other words, Apostle Paul was here doing this here. And we know this because this letter from history has what he did and all of that. So she literally brought the Bible to life. And I was overwhelmed, overshadowed. My heart was, it was just absolutely amazing. The other thing Sophia did, which was so brilliant, was that she also weaved in just Greek culture as well. Not just what Paul did, but the culture. She told us about mythology, all the different gods, the demigods, and she was telling us the reason why Paul was killed is because he was trying to bring on Christianity. And the Greeks wanted to worship their emperors. They weren't so receptive to the Jesus Christ. They had their own religion. They weren't so receptive to the Jesus Christ. Of course, he had many converts, sure. But they wanted to worship their emperor, and they wanted to worship all their gods. The mythology that you learned about in high school. They wanted to hold on to that. They didn't all just turn and follow Jesus. That's not what happened. All right. So my daughter told you about Vergina. We also went to Berea, and there was a whole...
there was a statue.
A giant statue of Paul there, Apostle Paul there. If you've been following my my pages, my photo, what do you call it, Facebook stuff, you'll see me standing next to the statue of Paul. So we went there.
There was also the suns. We got to watch the sunset at Poseidon's at his temple.
Temple at Poseidon's temple, and I was so sorry you weren't there because it was so romantic.
It was beautiful. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's turned into partly a romantic place too, but it's just beautiful because the view is literally amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The water, you're surrounded by the water.
Pictures don't do it justice at all.
No, we've got to go back. So
let me answer the obvious question, and you just answered it. Would you like to return?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you'd like to participate in that 6-year program for the whole time?
No.
That's what I didn't think it was 6 years.
I do want to contribute in some way, but I can't contribute that much time. I miss my family.
Well,
absolutely. Now, there's a couple here that I can't pronounce. You got to help me with pronouncing. We went to Meteora.
Yeah,
we went to
Kalambaka.
Kalambaka.
Yeah.
Well,
And at each place, she read what Paul was doing at that part. Yeah. We went to. Go ahead.
Here's
I'm sorry.
what we would like to do. Obviously, we can't cover all of it because time is not on our side. By the way, we have a great show coming on, the Credit Repair Show with Pastor Angelo McCutcheon, who's my great friend. Will be coming in very soon to come on here at gemsradio.net. But look at Lisa Thompson's Facebook page. She is going to post some more detailed information about what her journey and Anya's journey were like in Greece. Max, did you want to ask one final question?
Culture is so important to our society, but especially in our community, sometimes we're only embedded in our own. What message would you like to send to our community about traveling abroad?
Wow.
Invaluable experience.
In 30 seconds.
Invaluable.
Anya, you go first.
Okay.
30 seconds. What would you say travel, how does travel benefit you culturally?
It helps you understand other cultures. It helps you appreciate them. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, it does.
That's in a nutshell, yeah.
Yeah.
It helps you appreciate them. It also helps you to kind of understand other people. It helps you get outside of your comfort zone so that you're not, stuck in
Yeah, I agree.
you're not in a box.
Let me say,
Like that.
we also went to Athens. We also went to Corinth, and those are wonderful places. What traveling abroad does is it opens your mind. It broadens your horizons. It changes your worldview. It gives you a huge worldview. It takes you out of your little community, your little family, your little church, your little neighborhood, and lets you see the whole world. So you can come back home and appreciate what you have and strive for better things. Because the world is a big place, and some places they're living very well.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you appreciate God because you get to see all of His people, all of His various people, and sometimes the cultures are so very different, and it just gives you an appetite for life, for culture, to taste different foods, to take a shot at trying to speak other languages.
And
you meet so many different types of wonderful people. You meet friends from all over the world.
And we could end right there. I have the salad bowl concept of life and the world, where the lettuce doesn't try and be the onions, and the onions don't try and be the tomatoes, and the tomatoes don't try and be the asparagus. God made all of us and His people with all different flavors and all different colors. And so all of us contribute something. Our differences are our strength. Our diversity is our strength. This is Stan Matthews with Maxine, the island goddess Rodney here, Lisa Thompson and Anya Thompson, their travels in the footsteps of Paul. Remember, Matthew's broadcast audience, you're the greatest audience in the world, and there are two types of people in this world. There are dreamers like you and dream killers. Embrace the first and run like heck from the second. Good night, and God bless.